North Koreans are today paying tribute to ruthless former leader Kim Jong-il in the shadow of another feared missile launch by his trigger-happy son. Thousands were seen bowing simultaneously while military officials saluted the statue of the former glorious leader, still seen as a demigod in the rogue state. People walk before the statues of late Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il after laying flowers. The Korean People's Army KPA soldiers bow before the statues. Kim Jong-il died of a heart attack on December 17, 2011. From early morning, North Koreans laid flowers before the large bronze figures of Jong-il and his father Kim Il-sung on Mansu Hill in the heart of Pyongyang. They were the first two leaders of North Korea, in what has become the world's only long-serving communist family dynasty. The pictures comes as experts fear his son may decide to shock the world and commemorate the death of the former leader with a controversial missile test. The Center for Strategic and International Studies (CSIS) in Washington, D.C. believe today's anniversary will be used as an excuse to launch another nuke. Jong-il is still seen as a demigod in the rogue state. People offer flowers at the National Memorial. Thousands attended a service outside the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun. The regime's young leader has engaged in fiery rhetoric with U.S. President Donald Trump in recent months, and he has pledged to hit back at any show of the force from the U.S. The enclave's main official newspaper Rodong Sinmun ran an editorial on its front page praising Jong-il, saying his behests and exploits have served as the driving force for achieving epic-making miracles in defending socialism and building a thriving country. It also said North Koreans must continue to strive to achieve the grand blueprint for national prosperity laid out by Jong-il by single-mindedly uniting around the current leader, Kim Jong-il, who died of a heart attack on Dec. 17, 2011 at age 69. The country's current leader and thousands of officials attended that service outside the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun in Pyongyang, where the embalmed bodies of the two late leaders, his grandfather and father, lie in state. Huge floral tributes are placed in tribute to the Kim's. Young and old stand to attention as soldiers watch on. A 59-year-old man has been charged for allegedly acting as an economic agent for North Korea in Sydney, Australia. The state's foreign ministry said in a furious statement that the U.S. president should prepare for nuclear war if he enforces a sea blockade to cut off the Hermit Kingdom. It comes after Kim ended months of silence by firing a Hwasong-15 missile last month, boasting it was his most powerful yet and could reach the U.S. mainland. The statement read, "The gang of Trump being terrified by our accomplishment of the great historic cause of completing the state nuclear force, is driving the situation on the Korean peninsula more and more close to the brink of war, acting recklessly without any sense of reason. A naval blockade is an act of wanton violation of the sovereignty and dignity of an independent state and an act of war of aggression which cannot be tolerated. The gang of Trump is taking extremely dangerous and big step towards the nuclear war by recklessly seeking the naval blockade against our country, neglecting the strategic prestige of our country that has achieved the great historic cause of completing the state nuclear force." Shi In-hung, an expert in international relations, said today that China, once a key ally of North Korea, is rapidly losing control of the situation on the Korean peninsula. Conditions on the peninsula now make for the biggest risk of a war in decades, said In-hung, who advises China's government. Trump has repeatedly called on China to put pressure on North Korea to curb its missile and nuclear programs. Amid this backdrop, Trump and the North Korea leader have been exchanging chilling threats of military action and missile strikes.